Hey y'all, hey, happy Monday. Listen, let's get down to business. I need all the people who are questioning if Ms. Kamala Harris is Black, please come to the front of the congregation. Come on. Please come to the front of the congregation. Everybody, I don't care if you're Black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're Indian, please approach the front of the congregation because we need to talk. All right. So I'm going to address the question of the hour, right? The question that's been everywhere for the past, I don't know, week and a half. And that is Kamala. I keep wanting to say Kamala. If Miss Kamala Harris is Black. All right. Why is this questioning is this question sprouting up right now? I have no idea. It's a multifaceted question and it is problematic. And I don't take offense, but I take it personally because as a Haitian American, growing up, I've always heard you ain't Black, you Haitian. You ain't Black, you Haitian. And now, as an adult, I'm hearing a lot of this talk, especially from the FBA crowd that keeps saying, you're not Black, you're Haitian. You're not Black, you're Haitian. You're not Black, you're this, you're that. I hear it. So what is it, y'all? There's also a question where like Dominicans will say, I'm not Black, I know Black. I Dominican, I know Black. And there's this backlash against Dominicans, but I understand what they mean because we come to this country and we're told you ain't Black. And I understand. Let's not play. Listen, y'all know I don't play dumb. We're not playing dumb on this channel, on this here channel. We're going to call a thing and speak the truth, okay? I don't care who's offended. If you come into my channel, we're going to talk real because I can't stand the gaslighting in society today. Like look at what the right is doing. Oh, Kamala ain't Black. We'll get to that later, but they're trying to say she's not Black, the Republicans, the MAGA crowd. But anyways, okay, Dominicans. Here's the issue with Dominicans. A lot, and I can speak on a lot of these topics because I have the Black experience in United States. You see me, you're not going to automatically think I'm Haitian until I tell you. Number two, I have a Caribbean experience. I was born and raised into a Caribbean, Haitian specifically, household. Number three, my family come from the island of Hispaniola. Our neighbors are Dominicans. I have Dominican people in my family, half Haitian, half Dominican. My uncle resides in the Dominican Republic right now. I have many family members there. So I can freely speak. I used to do my hair like all the time in the Dominican salons. Like I'm Haitian. I have been exposed to the Dominican culture a lot. Okay. So here's the thing. You have a section of the Dominican population who believe their dark hue is not due to being African. It's due to being Indian. Okay. They think they're Taino. They live by that. They swear by that. They believe they're not Black, they're Taino. That's where that explains their complexion, which isn't true because I don't want to say in South America, in the middle Americas, like the Caribbean, the country with the highest content, I believe, or one of the highest that I know off the top of my head of native Taino ancestry are the Puerto Ricans. Dominicans swear they're up there. They're not. The average Dominican has maybe 5% Taino ancestry. And about all right, sorry, y'all. I got distracted for a little bit, but I'm back. So where was I? Yes. So Dominicans have an average of 5% Taino blood. Haitians, on the average, it's almost non-existent, but there are some pockets of Haiti where the people do have native ancestry. So it's about maybe like 1 to 2%. Localized to the South and some parts of the North. Like I said before, my mom is from the South. I did her ancestry and she does have Taino ancestry. These are from Southern people from southern Haiti, okay? Nonetheless, we are a Black nation. Dominican, Black nation, of course, with some Spanish influences because of, the terrors of slavery, vestiges of slavery. Same thing with Haiti, largely Black because we won our independence and got those freaking slave owners off of our asses. Nonetheless, we have been diluted some with European blood. Okay. It's an unfortunate truth, but it is the truth. It is fact. It is well known. Does not mean that we are not Black. It doesn't make us any less Black. This is the truth of colonization in the Americas and United States. Jamaica as well. Jamaica actually is an interesting case. Jamaica did have slavery again, colonized by the Europeans, but they also have an interesting story where they also had indentured servants from Irish. That's why you hear the term Irie man, and a lot of people's last names in Jamaica is Irish, largely British and Irish. Then you have the other group of indentured servants or workers that immigrated from India, right? So that provided a mix. A lot of Jamaicans have that Indian mix along with Irish. You'll see a lot of Jamaicans with red hair that comes out of nowhere in their children. That's due to the Irish DNA and also the British. Okay. So I don't know if this is the reason why, but growing up, I always got you not Black, you Haitian, because Black in America is synonymous with African Americans. African Americans are Black. That's what it was. They didn't mean that I wasn't African, because I am. I'm phenotypically African. Okay? Like, you can tell my ancestry is from Africa. But I think African Americans were not trying to say I'm not African. They were trying to say I'm just not an American descendant of slave. Okay? I think that's what it is. So now the question is, Kamala Harris is not Black. Why is that? Are you guys saying she's not Black because she's Caribbean? Because we Caribbeans get that all the time, right? Is it because she's half Indian? There are a lot of mixed race people who we consider Black. Would you guys not consider Halle Berry Black? We consider her Black. Who else is mixed race? Derek Jeter. He's mixed race, but we consider him Black, right? What y'all say? You in America, you a Black man. That's a Black man. Okay, Tiger Woods. Yeah, he tries to deny and not play up, to his mixture. I remember he tried to call himself Cablinasian. Tiger Woods is Caucasian, Black, and I think Indonesian or Thai or whatever. But listen, in America, he's a Black man. We all say Black, so I don't understand why Kamala is being singled out. Right? So let's talk about it. Let's look at Kamala's family tree. I did some research and I looked up who her peoples are. Okay. We're not going to talk about the Indian side because we know she's half Indian. That doesn't make her not Black in America, because again, a lot of mixed race people are just considered Black. It's about your experience. I really think it's your experience in America that makes you Black. That's what I really feel like. All right, y'all, here we go. So I found this. This is from a YouTuber, and I love ancestry, y'all, because our genetics, our DNA tells a story. It reveals just information about the past, about our past. And so I've always done ancestry testing. I love digging in files. I just love listening to ancestry podcasts. So I forgot the channel. So this is Kamala's Jamaican ancestry on the left-hand side. Her father's down here. His name is Donald Harris. And Harris is a popular West Indian last name. I know it's African American, but it's West Indian. We all know it comes from the the Irish, you know, European people who came to the Caribbean, I guess. So Donald is the father, and his father is Oscar Harris. This is Kamala's grandfather, paternal grandfather. Her paternal grandmother is Beryl. Beryl Christie. That is so Jamaican, y'all. So Jamaican. Beryl Christie, right? Then we have Oscar's parents, who are Joseph Harris and Chrissy Brown. All right. Chrissy Brown. Now, from the research that I did, Chrissy Brown is a descendant. I think, is it Hamilton Brown? I'm not sure if Hamilton Brown was the Irish landowner, but I guess the Browns are Irish, or the originator was an Irish landowner in Jamaica who possibly owned slaves. And possibly, you know, we know the sad truth about slavery, but basically procreated with a slave woman and gave rise to Kamala's paternal side. Okay. And Hamilton Brown, I guess, is the founder of a place in Jamaica called Brownstown. All right. But we can even tell way back when Chrissy Brown is a woman of African descent. That is a woman of African descent right there. Now let's go over to Donald's maternal side, which is Beryl Christie, right? Beryl Christie, her father was Mr. Christie. So this is Kamala's great grandfather. And Kamala's great grandmother is Iris Finnegan. Now, Finnegan, again, Irish last name. So this is possibly she's a product of, again, an Irish forefather and who procreated with a slave woman or a indentured service, whatever have you. We know the truth about the goings ons during slavery. But as you can see, going back 1, 2, 3 generations, we see Kamala's Jamaican ancestry is predominantly of African ancestry. Sprinkled in, yes, with some white, but that's most African Americans. Most African Americans have a white ancestor somewhere in their tree. African Americans average 75% of African ancestry. That means a quarter of their ancestry is European. So answer this question: why is Kamala singled out? Why would she be singled out and be questioned about her blackness when we clearly see here this woman on her father's side is a Caribbean woman of African descent? When I say African descent, that doesn't mean that they're 100% African, because not a lot of people in the Americas are 100% African. Not many, even Haitians, many that I know of, and I've studied this. The blackest, most African island in the Caribbean are not 100%. And a lot of y'all may be like, oh no, wow, really? Yes, really. Most Haitians are maybe 90, that's high, like 90, 92%. But I have people in my family, upon doing their ancestry, are like 73, 74%, right? And they're from the South. But that's the average African American ancestry, African percentage, okay? So none of us, most of us are not 100%. We're of African descent largely, but not 100%. So that's why I don't understand why Kamala is being questioned and prodded about her African ancestry. She clearly is. We already know she's half Indian. But again, Halle Berry is half white, half black. Who else? Derek Jeter. I can't think who else. There's just so many people out there. The girl from Girlfriends, right? The light-skinned one. People consider her a black woman. Oh, what about Diana Ross's daughters, right? Let's pull up Diana Ross. That's another topic I want to go into. Diana Ross's daughter. What's her name? I'm drawing a blank. Okay. Tracy Ellis Ross. I just remembered. Tracy Ellis Ross is half white, half black. We embrace her and consider her a black woman. She has a white father, but we consider her a black woman. Why is she never questioned? I've never heard Tracy Ellis Ross be questioned about her blackness ever. All right. So now this brings me to another topic. So now we've determined that Kamala Harris is in fact, at least she is a black woman on her father's side. Now, why else might people question her blackness? Another reason I heard is because she's married to a white man. Y'all, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's not a reason for her to be less than black, because she's dated black guys before. She dated Montel Williams back in the day. She dated that other older black man. Okay. Who you date does not define how black you are. That's absurd, because then we would say, is Diana Ross not black? Is Diana Ross not black? Also, would that mean Alfre Woodard? Y'all know Alfre Woodard, our beloved black actress. She is, I just love her. She's married to a white man, okay, for years. Damn near, it has to be 30 years. Married to a white man. Also, the singer, what's her name? Donna Summer. All right. Donna Summer, let's see, was married to a white man. Our beloved Donna Summer. Look at that. Is he white? I think he is white. Who's this? Well, she had a white man somehow, some way. Donna Summer, a white man. Who else? We have Minnie Riperton, right? There we go. Married to a white man. Now, have we ever questioned her daughter, Maya Rudolph's blackness? I've never heard talk surrounding Maya Rudolph and is she black enough? Never heard that. So why is Kamala, why is her feet held to the fire when we're talking about how black is she? She's a black woman. It doesn't matter who her spouse is. Now, another reason why people may think that Kamala is not black, or she doesn't identify as black, which she always has. This lady was washing her, she makes collard greens and wash it in the tub. I don't know about the tub part. That might be something else. I don't know about the tub part, but she cooks collard greens. That's what she said. And it don't get no blacker than that. All right. Although that's not a Caribbean thing. We don't eat collard greens like that. So maybe she got it from her sorority sisters, right? Her sorority sisters. Let's go. So maybe y'all think, okay, Kamala, even though she's half black, she's more devoted to her Indian side, right? I don't think so, because she was raised also she attended Hindu temple, but she also was raised in a black church. She went to a Baptist church um from what I saw throughout my digging, right? So Kamala went to a black church. She attended a black church. I think she had a long time black pastor. Let's look it up, y'all. Give me a second. Let me share this with y'all. I saw somewhere she had some kind of her pastor was Baptist or black or something like that. If I can't find it, I'm going to move on because I'm not trying to waste time. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Let me share this. Here we go. I'm not going to spend too long, but this is her pastor. Meet Kamala Harris's pastor, Amos C. Brown of Third Baptist Church. Okay. Kamala doesn't, for what we know, attend a Hindu temple. She goes to what seems like a black church. Pastor Amos C. Brown. That's Kamala's church. Okay. Now, Kamala goes to a black church. Okay. What else has Kamala Harris done? She has pledged, AKA. There we go. There go Kamala with her sorors, right? Kamala Harris has pledged, AKA. And for those of you who are first joining my channel, AKA is, yes, we would call it a black sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority incorporated. Okay. It was the first black sorority of the National Pan-Hellenic Council, right? Also termed the Divine Nine, founded at, I want to say, was it founded at Howard? Don't be mad at me, y'all. Okay, I memorized everything while I was pledging. I pledged Sigma Gamma Rho. I learned everything. I want to say it was founded either at Howard or Spelman. I want to say Howard. But AKA, yes, there are 9 Divine Nine fraternities and sororities. And the Divine Nine refers to the black fraternity and sororities, right? Founded about, like, most of them were founded nearly 100 more or less so years ago. Okay. We just celebrated our centennial 2 years ago. We were founded in 1922, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. All right. So she pledged a black sorority. However, that doesn't mean, oh, you're black just because you pledged an African American sorority, because some of my sorors are white. And some of mine are Mexican, white. One of my line sisters is Puerto Rican. So that doesn't mean that, oh, no, that means you're black, because we welcome everybody. However, Kamala, knowing that she is of half black African descent, maybe she gravitated towards the sorority, because I know those sororities, I mean, these campuses have a lot of different types of sororities. So she gravitated towards AKA, and there you go. So I feel like Kamala has a sense of her Africanness. All right. People are trying to say she's probably more devoted to her Indian side. I don't think so. And also, her mom was very entrenched in civil rights. I think her mother knew that her daughter would have a black experience in America. So she basically, what do I want to say? She supported her daughter, right? In whatever she endeavored, she supported her daughter in all her activities and supported her being entrenched in her black side. I really do think so. All right. So also, Kamala Harris, hold on, let's go back here. Oh man, my thing is acting up. Also attended an HBCU. Here we go. Howard University, right? Which is a historically black college and university. Like I said, a lot of these colleges do have white people who enroll, but I don't think around the time Kamala went to Howard that there was a lot of white students there like that. I really don't think so. But there she is. Look at her. Look at her friends. This, to me, this was a black woman. She has had the black experience in America, grown up in Oakland. Yes, she is half Indian and she visited India a lot, but she also visited Jamaica a lot. Kamala, to me, can identify with different groups, a variety of different groups, rather than trying to say, oh, she ain't black, just because we don't listen. This is okay. This is the thing. This is the thing that I cannot stand about this country. Unless you do not have what people deem the traditional black experience, which is what? Growing up in the hood, not going anywhere, not traveling, you're not able to call another place home. What else? Food stamps, welfare. What else? Not going to college. We're not a monolith. And I'm saying that, listen, y'all, I'm saying this as a Haitian American person who was told that I'm not black because A, I talk white, because I went to private school, because, I wasn't on aid or, doing things like that, or just stupid. I've heard such stupid stuff. I've heard idiotic stuff that brings our race down. I've heard it from black people, but it's ignorant people. It was ignorant people I've heard it from, because not all black people have that mindset. But it seems like the loudest ones are the ignorant ones. That's why those who have sense, right? The educated ones, the informed ones need to speak up more. We need to speak up more. We need to speak up more, because we're letting those who are loud and wrong just be super loud. Be super loud. So I say this all to say, look at this picture. I think this is Beryl, right? This is her grandmother in this picture, Beryl Christie, right? Looks like a black woman to me. Kamala got door knockers in Jamaica on, and a side, what is this haircut? Like a side, what, I don't even know what this is called. This is so 90s. This is a black woman to me. Like, what else do you want her to do? Why? Okay, why is she not black? Another reason why people may think she's not, because they think, because her father, yes, is a black man from Jamaica, but he's a distinguished professor, I think, at Stanford. And a lot of times, I said this before, if you seem nerdy, educated, you seem snooty, bourgeoisie, a lot of people will deem you as not black enough, and it's sad. It is sad. I just don't get it. So I don't know if it's because she comes from a stock of people who are highly educated. Does that take away her blackness? Because certainly there are many African Americans who are highly educated. Look at W.E.B. Du Bois, founder of the NAACP. Highly, highly educated. Look, even Dr. Umar Johnson, who is King Kong, what does he call himself? King Kong of consciousness. He is black. He's highly educated. That doesn't make him any less black. Who was the black guy who was a doctor? And I watched the movie on him. He did something about the first heart transplant. I know him a lot from blood banking, which my profession is laboratory science. So I've heard of him from blood banking. I forgot his name, but there was a movie about him that starred Mos Def. Highly educated. He was a black man. We always say the first black man, the first black guy, the first black guy. So why is Kamala's blackness questioned when we have all these people highly educated? Russell Honore. Y'all know who Russell Honore is? Go look him up. I think he's from Louisiana. Was he a judge? He could pass for a white man, but we say he's black. We say let me stop playing with y'all. Let me look him up. Okay, here we go. Russell Honore. He is an esteemed lieutenant general who served as the 33rd commanding general of the U.S. First Army. All right. Now, listen, anybody who you talk to, he is always black, identifies as black. We consider him black. If you don't know who he is, look him up. This dude could pass as a Puerto Rican or a freaking Italian or Greek, but he is black. He even said he considers himself an African American Creole. See, Cane River Creoles. Do we question his blackness? There we go, African American Creole. He's always heralded as the first African American, ... Do we question his blackness? No, we don't. Who else? Robin from our beloved Real Housewives of Potomac. Robin Dixon. Now, Robin Dixon is from a family. I want to say, so I think they hail from the Baltimore area, but who knows? She may very well come from Virginia. Now, from the information and research I have done, Virginia has a lot of African Americans who are mixed race. All right, because there was a lot of stuff, there's a lot of stuff, vestiges of slavery, a lot of stuff going on in Virginia. Highly, highly mixed population, but they all say they're African American. Robin is more European than African. I think she did her DNA on the show. She was like 60 something European. And I think it's because she comes from the Bragg family. I think her father is Bragg. Her mother literally looks like a white woman. They're highly mixed in that area, from what I know. Okay, there you go, Robin Dixon. Then we have her counterpart. No, not Juan Dixon. Giselle Bryant, right? Whose ancestors hail from Louisiana. So she is a Louisiana Creole. She probably hails from the Cajun. So there is so every area has one forefather, usually a white man, right? One forefather who mixed, or his descendants mixed with the black slave women, and gave rise to a whole group of black people who descend from him. And I forgot his name, but I think that's Beyonce's forefather too. A lot of these people descend from that one man, okay? Just like Kamala descends from that one Irish guy. Are we going to say that Giselle is not black? Are we going to say that? Look at her. She's even lighter than Kamala. AKA, she didn't go to Howard. She went to the other, Hampton, I think. Are we going to say Giselle is not black? Or is it because Kamala is from Jamaica, her black side, and Giselle is African American? Same thing with Robin. Is this an anti-Caribbean sentiment we're having? Because look at Giselle. Look at Giselle. I've never heard anyone question her blackness. Now let's go to Tina Knowles, and I'm going to remember that name of their forefather in Louisiana. Let's see Tina Knowles. Tina Knowles, let me look it up, she's from Louisiana as well. These people are Louisiana Creole, and they descend, oh man, let me get the name. All right, so I found it. The family that a lot of Creoles in Louisiana descend from is the Broussard family. Broussard or Broussard. And I think Beyonce's branch came from Canada, and Acadians or Acadian or Cajun. That's where the word Cajun comes from. Okay. Now, is Beyonce any less black? We claim Beyonce is a black woman. Beyonce is a black woman. I've never heard anything else. She's a black woman. Now let's go look at hold on a second. Look at this. Let me see if y'all can see. Beyonce descended from Acadian hero and Cajun pioneer. Beyonce's family tree can be traced back to French colonials from Acadia and down to Afro-Creole survivors of slavery. See, Acadian forefather Joseph Broussard. She is the sixth great granddaughter, the legendary leader and hero of the Acadians. All right, there you go. Beau Soleil. I've seen that in my research. Now, is she any less black? No, she's not. It's just vestiges of slavery. It's a fact. It's sad. Or a lot of times they came over as landowners, and I don't know, we just happened to mate with them, our maternal ancestors. Even my side, there is one Anne Elizabeth Fontaines. I know the Fontaines are the American side, but Anne Elizabeth Fontaine, her brother went to Haiti. And these are French Huguenots that escaped, and they were Lutheran. They were being slaughtered in France. So they came over. Some went to Ireland. Many of them went to Ireland. Some went to Haiti. Anne Elizabeth's brother went to Haiti. And then Anne Elizabeth came to, I think, Virginia in America with her husband. They're all Huguenots. So I have a lot of like Huguenot, Fontaine, Murray. I think Murray is a family that I'm connected to from the United States. Are we not, are we less Black? Am I not Black? I am a Black woman. Black woman. I'm tired of talking. So let me know what else. What else, y'all? Why is Kamala not considered Black? We've already discussed it can't be because she's married to a white man. She's dated Black before. She happened to marry a white man. Alfre Woodard married a white man. Even Star Jones, I think, married a white man at one point. Diana Ross married a white, like the list goes on and on. Halle Berry married a white man. Strike that from the accusations. It does not compute. No. Because she comes from people who were Irish in Jamaica. They were the landowners. Look at her grandmother. Look at her grandmother. You kidding me? Have y'all seen her dad? We can't be playing dumb like this. Have y'all seen Kamala's dad? Let me pull this. I was about to, let me not say that. Let me pull his picture up. Let me pull up Donald Harris. Let me pull his picture up. Hold up a second. Hold up. I had his picture too. Donald, and that don't get, listen, child. Y'all saw his picture. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Look at this. Look at this man. Look at his kink, the kink and his tiny mini afro. This dude is black. Like, we can't keep playing games like this. We can't do this anymore. Come on, look at him in Jamaica. Look at this. She's literally in Jamaica. Come on. Is Spraga Benz not Jamaican? Is Beanie Man not Jamaican? There's another picture I have. It is of Kamala with her, I think her great-great-grandmother in Jamaica. Come on, guys. Let's not. I get it. I'm not saying, oh, you better go vote for Kamala, because even I still have questions. I hesitate. So I'm not biased at all. But we got to speak truth to power and not, let people run with their lies. Look at this. That's Kamala, and that's her listen, this looks like my grandmother. Come on, are you kidding me? She ain't Black. We have to stop this. We need to speak up, because now the MAGA crowd, the right, now they're trying to put it out there. And you know what it is? They know there's this movement within the Black community. Oh, you ain't Black. You ain't Black. You ain't. They know that. And they're using it to divide and conquer. And all Blacks alike, African Americans, Caribbean, all of us, we have to band together, because listen, let me tell you something. You never ever see, I've never heard in my life, you ain't Italian enough. You ain't Irish enough. You ain't Yugoslavian enough. You ain't British enough. You don't see that within them. Where you see that at? You ain't Irish enough. You ain't Russian enough. You ain't Greek enough. No. If that happens, we don't know about it. We don't know about it. So why is it that we look like some fools? We look like fools. Why is it that we allow them to dog whistle, send dog whistles our way, and then we get riled up over what? Over how black we are? Over how black she is? Kamala, her experience in this country is that of a black woman. That's what they assign us and categorize us as. Can you imagine? She go for a job interview and they see her name. And they're like, oh, Kamala Harris. Oh God, here we go. Here's another one. Here's sister girl. You don't think she had to endure any of that? They look at her resume, Kamala Harris. Oh, Howard University, aka Ski. She already on paper is deemed and dubbed a black woman. What do you think this lady's experience was? Her whole life, her whole career, with it, alone with her name alone. Her name wasn't Kamala Sivaratnam or what's her mother? Shyamala Gopalan. That's her mother's maiden name. No, Kamala Harris. Harris, one of the most blackest names on this side of the hemisphere. You kidding me? We gotta stop. Go ask them white folks. Go ask them MAGA folks. Oh, how Irish are you? How British are you? How Dutch are you? How Norwegian are you? You don't hear that. They're looking at us. They're looking at us. And they're look, you Haitian, you booty scratcher, you African, you dirty African. No, we're the descendants of slaves. They're looking at, first of all, it's already bad enough we're descendants of slaves. And then there's all this infighting. Oh, and then you throw in the Hispanic group. Oh, we know black, we know black, we know black. Black as tar. We know black, we know black. They are looking at, you don't hear that because we are all victims of slavery. Puerto Rico, slavery. Brazil, slavery. Dominican Republic, right with us, slavery. Ecuador, Mexico, slavery. Cuba, slavery. Jamaica, slavery. St. Lucia, Barbados, Bahamas, Martinique, Dominica. Should I go on? There's different varying degrees, yes, of when slavery ended and how much the colonizers procreated. But the one thing we all have in common, we are descendants of slaves. We all should be banding together and turn our eyeballs to the ones responsible, to the real devils. We're not devils to each other. We have one common enemy, but they're puppeteering all this. I just don't get it. We don't see it. They're puppeteering all of this. So there's infighting amongst us so that we don't all band together and turn on them. Don't y'all see? Don't y'all see? Like, I don't get it. We always tout Barack Obama as the first black. Yeah, my president black. There was a song, my president is black. Yeah, he black, 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 black. But he had a white mom. Oh no, but he's black. So what's the difference with Kamala? What's the difference? Or is it rooted in misogyny? Because we as black women get a bad rap. Let's have a discussion. How many of y'all think she's not black or she's not black enough? What does enough mean? What else does she have to do? Her father is literally black. It has nothing to do with complexion. He's a lighter toned. He's not even light skinned like that. He's lighter toned. But he's a black man, typical Jamaican with some Irish roots, like we all do. Like we all do, almost all of us do. Vestiges of slavery. What else does she need to do? This girl pledged AKA. She identifies with her African roots. Howard University. She always says she was the first Black, and she pays homage to her Indian side too, but it's always in there, first Black to do this, first Black whatever. What else is needed? It makes no sense. And please, again, I remind you, I'm not biased because I've always seen her as wishy-washy and lukewarm. I've always seen her as wishy-washy, lukewarm, kind of fake, and just disingenuous. I've always seen that in her. I never was on her like that. However, when I see stupid talk, I'm going to call it out. We have to call it out because that's stupid. Say something else. Bring up something else that is the truth. I'll be like, all right, yep, you're right. But this not Black enough talk, it has to stop. This has been going on forever. And it hits home for me because I actually know Haitians who were bullied. We're not Black enough. You're Haitian. They used to call us Frenchie back in the day. We weren't Black enough because we spoke another language, because we in the hood, we weren't allowed to sag our pants. Haitian boys, we were not allowed to be sagging our pants, hanging out outside. No, our parents had us on lockdown. They didn't play that shit. We were in church all day, every day, yelled at, got beatings for not bringing home good grades, right? We weren't hip to the fashions. No. So that's what a lot of African Americans in the urban cities deemed Black, right? Sagging pants. And this is the truth in urban environments. Sagging pants. Oh, yeah, you Black. Yeah, yeah. Listening to hip hop. Yeah. Because a lot of us, we had to sneak to listen to hip hop. I wasn't allowed to. My mom took my TLC Crazy Sexy Cool CD and broke it. We weren't allowed to. We were in church all day, every day. Fathers never allowed us to the boys to grow their hair out. They had to get Caesars, literally. I never was allowed to get braids, ever. I don't know how to double Dutch. I don't know how to do that. I never was allowed to go outside and learn how to double Dutch. No. You know what I was in what I was doing? Sitting up in my room like Brandy, reading. That's all I did. I read, listen, I could read. When I tell you I could read, like, it was reading rainbow 24/7 for me. And I loved reading. And that caused me to get teased. And you ain't Black. And it's sad because there's more to Blackness than the hood stereotypes. So I really think that's the criteria that's being held today towards Kamala. And it's disgusting because she's a straight-laced Black, right? She's an uppity Negro, right? Now, the Republicans are taking that. They know, listen, they study us. Y'all don't get it. We are studied. So to the masses, they say, yeah, she ain't Black enough. That's what they're telling y'all. She ain't Black enough. Look at her. She's straight laced. She went to law school. She's a cop. She's this. Anything that's opposite of Black, oh, they're using that to say she's not Black, which is ridiculous because, listen, when I tell you African Americans, highly educated group of individuals, that's why they infiltrated and they started drugging the community. Because back in the day, African Americans, what you want to talk about? Huxtables. That's all it was. When I think African Americans, especially in the 60s and 70s and 80s, Huxtables. Highly educated. And we are allowing the right. And I keep saying the right. Listen, I'm borderline independent. But I'm hearing this argument from the right and from a lot of rappers who never speak up, only until now, because they freaking idolize Trump, a criminal. Are you kidding me? But we're allowing them to throw dog whistles and to poison our minds and to be xenophobic and to basically use stereotypes to determine one's Blackness. When to me, when I think Blackness, I think highly successful, highly intelligent, clean. We cook. We know how to cook our asses off. We can clean some chicken. We actually clean our chicken. That's what Blackness is to me. Taking care of our kids, making sure our kids don't show up anywhere looking raggedy. That's what Blackness is to me. Men, when you see a Black man that is well dressed, smelling good, listen, why do you think all them women falling over themselves of every race? And on top of that, he's educated. Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You get a Black woman who's educated, good looking, in shape, taking care of her kid, just doing her thing. This is the very thing they want to destroy. And so they separate us by locale, the different locales they created, the different islands I mentioned before that they created and separated us. Like I said, you don't see this in the Netherlands. You don't see this between Greece, Netherlands, Spain, Portugal. What's another white country? Come on, Albania. Even the Middle Eastern companies. You don't really see shit like that. The Iran, the Iraqis, the Turks. Back then they had war, but now do y'all hear though the Turks and this and they fight it? I'm not talking about religious wars. I'm talking about in general, modern day. Pakistan. I know Indians and Pakistanis have a little thing, but it's not on the worldwide front like that for everyone to see. I only see that with the people of African descent, the African diaspora, the descendants of slaves. And it's a slavery mentality. I'm done talking. Let me know what y'all think. Whew, child. To me, she's Black enough because I see too much of my family. I see too much of African Americans. I see too much of all of us in her. I see way too. Look at her again. Come on. Are you kidding me? Them door knockers alone. Let me know what y'all think.